everyone? My name is Tyler and today we're looking at the CoolerMaster MM730 gaming mouse. Now before we dive into this, I want to mention that CoolerMaster did send me this mouse to review, but no money changed hands and CoolerMaster did not get to review this video before it was uploaded. That being said, I will be giving this mouse away, and spoiler alert, it's pretty awesome, so you'll definitely want to make sure to subscribe and follow me on Twitter at 24concept for a chance to win. I'm currently working with CoolerMaster to find a fun way to give this mouse away, so be sure to check Twitter to find out more. Alright, now on to the review. To start, the MM730 is a wired gaming mouse with little to no bells or whistles, and that's not a bad thing. This FPS focused mouse is super lightweight, coming in at just 48 grams, and has a super light and flexible cable, making it feel almost like a wireless mouse. And for those of you who are wondering, I'm mostly comparing this mouse to my personal Logitech Pro Superlight, given their similarities and target audiences, so most of my opinions stem from that experience. Moving on then, the MM730 comes in either white or black, as seen here, and also comes in a wireless variant, though I personally think the wired version is all you need, so long as you're not sitting too far away from where it's plugged in. Since the cable is so light and flexible, I never felt the need to use a bungee, which is great, because nothing sucks more than getting your mouse cable caught on your desk when trying to make a flick shot in game, even if you miss 90% of the time. Like me. That being said, I mostly played Star Citizen with this mouse during my time and felt it worked beautifully for both ship piloting and on-foot FPS combat. The optical sensor on the MM730 can crank up to a max of 16,000 DPI, which is plenty for any game. I noticed literally zero tracking issues or mistakes on this mouse, and the liftoff is totally fine if you're like me and you pick your mouse up from time to time to reposition it. Combined with its incredibly light chassis and PTFE feet, the MM730 glides easily and smoothly over any mousepad surface, though I wouldn't recommend using it on glass or directly on your desk, but then again, if you're buying this mouse, you likely have a mat, right? Let me know in the comments below, what kind of mousepad or mat are you using? I'm curious. Anyway, in terms of buttons, you'll get just 2 thumb buttons on the left side, which, by the way, this is a right-handed only mouse. There is also a button at the bottom of the mouse for DPI switching, which is a bit of an odd location for it, but it's there. The mouse wheel does click down, but does not click side to side. So like I said, this mouse has no bells and whistles because it simply doesn't need them. This mouse is as bare bones as possible to cut down on any unnecessary weight and clutter. So if you plan to use this mouse for anything but FPS games, don't. CoolerMaster has much better options for non-FPS titles. As far as the ergonomics and feel, the MM730 is a bit too short for my hands and is likely better for those who prefer a true claw grip as opposed to my hybrid claw palm grip. Now, I have pretty decently sized hands, so if you have larger hands, you may find the MM730 to be a bit small. But if you have small to medium hands, this should be just right for you so long as you use a claw grip. That being said, even after 10 to 12 hours of use in a single session, my hand and wrist felt just fine, besides the occasional pose adjustment due to the chassis being a little too short. The buttons themselves are decently clicky, but a little soft in my opinion and have a bit of travel before the switch actually actuates. Not a huge deal, but compared to some other mice I've used, I wish it was a bit more tactile. The side thumb buttons are a good size for me and work perfectly for mapping your melee and a throwable, which is pretty much all you need in most FPS titles these days. As far as the scroll wheel goes, it's a bit soft for my liking and lacks an infinite scroll feature, but again, that's not too important on an FPS mouse. As far as lighting goes, both the scroll wheel and the palm rest light up and can be changed in CoolerMaster software, but generally speaking, you won't see it often, and in my opinion, doesn't really add to the experience other than when you're appreciating it next to your CK721, which I'll have a video on soon. So make sure to get subscribed because I was super impressed with the versatility of the CK721. So the MM730 is again a no frills bare bones FPS-centric gaming mouse. It doesn't come with anything fancy, and that's honestly its strong point. It doesn't try to be something it's not, and performs just as good in my experience as the competition. Its lightweight cable and design means you can quickly swipe any direction for hours without getting fatigued. And, even though it's simple in nature, CoolerMaster made sure to include just a gram of flare with some RGB to match the rest of your setup, which also doubles up as a way to see which DPI setting you're using in case you decide not to use their software, which is pretty awesome. Had it been just a bit bigger, I would easily use this mouse as my daily driver. In any case, I really enjoyed my time with the MM730, and I would recommend it to anyone looking for a simple, functional FPS-focused mouse with zero frills. This mouse comes in at about $75, making it easily one of the best bang for buck mice out there, especially when you consider the Superlight is $150 plus. So that's gonna do it for the MM730. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe, especially if you want to see my review of the CoolerMaster CK721 gaming keyboard. Also, remember, make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram to stay up to date on all things 24 Concept. And until then, I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Goodbye.